we should be very clear regarding what is smartness. Who is a smart person? Because from here you can get the concept of smart city. Who is a smart person? It is not so easy to define smartness because there can be different views and opinion. But generally, most of us would agree on certain defining features of smartness. First thing, that smartness is not about one of the attributes in personality. A person who speaks too much, a person who is a great entertainer, or a person who is very good, who's a person who has a very high level of IQ. That's why he's smart. A person who has a very high level of emotional quotient, EQ or SQ. That's why he's smart. That person is capable of responding to a situation meaningfully. One of such attributes of the personality, one of the attributes of personality cannot make a person smart. A smartness is a composite expression which brings with its purview lot many things. But final outcome is this in general, that a smart person is the one who responds to the given situation or environment in most of the cases very meaningfully. A person who is capable of, it's not necessary that he has a very high level of IQ, but he is reasonably good in most of the things. That person adapts to the given situation very fast and responds to the situation very meaningfully. That person has a lot of curiosity, a smart person, a lot of curiosity to know about things around. He knows so many things about himself. He knows his strength and weakness. And then he understands the strength and weakness of others as well. He has a reasonably good level of emotional intelligence. He understands his emotions, then he also understands, and that's why he is capable of understanding the emotions of others. He is known for his critical thinking. He does not allow anything to pass so easily. He's a good observer. He observes, he analyzes. It does not mean that he is a researcher. It means he has a lot of interest in life. He is so vibrantly connected to the environment. You leave him with children and you'll find that so easily he adapts to the given situation. He becomes a great entertainer. He can engage very meaningfully, children. Then you leave that person among intellectuals, discussing some serious discussion is taking place on a very important topic. And then here also he's capable of making some kind of, meaningful contribution. So the smart person is the one who lives more or less in friction-free kind of environment. He is exposed to tens of problems and challenges, but he thinks less about problem and more about the solution. He is capable of responding to situation. Again, he says smartly means meaningfully. He steers through, most of the crises, most of the problems. So adaptability, curiosity, then humility. He is a smart person. He has very good level of knowledge on many things, but still he knows that there is a limitation to his knowledge, and that's why he's always ready to learn from other person. He knows how to behave in the given situation. He respects his, elderly person. So being smart does not mean you become बदतमीज. ठीक है, आप हंसे हंसाने के लिए कुछ भी आप बोल दें. So his decisions are guided by facts. His decisions are also guided by values, depending on the situation. Okay, he is not mechanical in approach. Everywhere is going for calculation, some kind of logic, some kind of reasoning, some kind of deal that he has struck is not. He knows, where he is very alert and vigilant, vibrantly connected to environment. He knows where to count, the things and where not to count upon the things. What is to be counted, what is not to be counted. Life is not only about calculation. Life is not always about a good deal. It's not always about good business. Okay, there are many things which may not be so clearly visible, but it holds a lot of significance. Is known for practical wisdom. So many things I have talked about. Not necessary that every smart person will possess each and everything, but overall, I'm trying to give an impression, trying to create an impression that who is a smart person. He is driven by facts as well as values. He has respect for tradition, custom, values. He connects smartly. He will never become the hostage of your custom, tradition, and values. But at the same time, he knows there are many good things which are to be retained that makes him live and that enables him to live a good life. So he is found to be associated with tradition and custom, and then he is also eager to know many good things, tools, technique, technology, a lot many things. So he knows how to live and how to respond and how to interact in this complex network of interdependency of persons, thoughts, ideas, and logic. So he lives, because of his smartness, he lives in a kind of largely a friction-free environment. What I mean to say is not that he's not exposed to conflict and friction, but he knows how to steer, through that. Smart person. Now apply all such things to a smart city. A smart city. A smart city is like a smart person. In the given situation, on the basis of available resources, by making very prudent and meaningful utilization of information and communication technology, that city, I mean to say the government in that city provides you best of the services. That government provides services with due efficiency and effectiveness, making the most prudent and optimal utilization of total available resources. List of resources and list of wastage of resources, avoidance of duplication of effort, and best possible utilization. You have, modern tool, technology, method, process, all at work, so as to reduce the possibilities of friction, so as to reduce the wastage of resources, so as to protect and conserve the valuable resources, and to develop, the method, and to develop a sustainable model of living, a sustainable model of economy, a sustainable model of administration. You develop something which is cyclical in nature, government and citizenry. With the help of information communication technology, you develop an ecosystem, you develop a self-sustaining cyclical process of meaningful interdependency. That you provide different kinds of services, or health services, or for that matter, educational services. You develop infrastructure, you develop an ecosystem where people can avail of such services without much friction, okay, and they could live a good life. This is the approach of smart city, not only about IT. In the smart city also, information technology is not an end in itself. It is means towards an end. It just means towards an end. You make use of information and communication technology to make best possible utilization of available resources. You monitor, you observe, you analyze, you collect data, you store data, you understand the pattern, and then you decide how to make utilization of resources, that things are properly dispersed among the people along the length and breadth of the length and breadth of the society, so that every person is benefited. List of friction, list of conflict, a kind of style of living or a kind of ecosystem which is in sync with fundamental rules and principles of nature. It means IT is not about, a smart city is not only about IT. A smart city is about making use of information technology, tools, technique, process, and lot many things. How process to bring the life of the people in sync with the basic principles and rules of nature. To make the things eco-friendly, to make the things more sustainable, to make the things easily affordable, to make the things uniformly available. You must universal access, affordability. Okay, then efficiency, then effectiveness. Okay, then collection of feedback, understanding the pattern, application of correctives. So it is about sustainability. It is not just about providing one-time goods and services to society. It's not like that. Developing a self-sustaining ecosystem, and a lot many things comes within the bounds of it. You develop infrastructure. A smart city means a smart city, a very smart infrastructure. A smart infrastructure. So digital infrastructure. A smart infrastructure. So where you talk about water or electricity or wastage management. Everywhere you are making use of technology in the best possible manner. It's about a smart economy, a smart environment, a smart living of people, then smart governance. Smart governance. You involve citizenry in the decision-making process. You hold yourself accountable to the citizenry. It's been decision-making is broad-based participative decision-making. So you are making use of information and communication technology. You are making use of digital platforms, digital infrastructure all put together, so as to develop and so as to improve the quality of life of people, to develop a self-sustaining cyclical process. And one more thing, that smart city is not only about IT, digital platform, no. It is also about smart people. Smart people. That unless people are smart, a smart city, even if it is designed by the government, by sorts of hard work, smart city is designed, is developed, that smart city will not become sustainable. You cannot sustain things for long. Within few years, things will be brought down if the people are not so smart. So people too need to understand that things are being done, also things are being managed so well for their betterment. and they have a stake in the government, they need to be very much responsible. They need to be very much duty conscious. That something has been created by the government. Now it is our collective responsibility to protect it, to nurture it, and to give suggestions, to participate in decision-making process, to hold, to make use of information communication technology to enforce the accountability of the government, to ensure application of correctives, to understand that is something that comes not so easily. That's something which come over a period of time. A society needs to evolve over a period. Otherwise, even if you develop the best of physical infrastructure based on IT and all those things, but it cannot be sustained for long if people have not evolved, or they have not evolved as a democratic society imbued with democratic values. If they did not, they don't know how to strike fine balance between the tradition and modernity, if they fail to understand that technology is not an end in itself, it is means towards an end to help us to live a better life. If they fail to understand that they have a stake in the government, governance is a collective enterprise. Apart from rights, not only rights, they have to be conscious of their duties and responsibilities as well. They have to develop and nurture the scientific temperament. Okay, so they need to develop this scientific temperament, and they have to make a valuable contribution in furtherance of the larger cause of society. Lot many things are there. So when you talk about smart city, the smart city is just like a smart person. A smart person responds to the environment very meaningfully. The smart city also responds to the environment very smartly. Very smartly. Smartly means that you are making use of tools, technique, method, process, technology, so as to provide better health services, so as to provide better educational services, so as to provide a much better infrastructure. You talk about traffic management. Here also you can make use of technology to provide real-time public transport information. Public transport system may be so much efficient that people prefer to use public transport, a system rather than their private cars or vehicles. So then energy management, energy grid has to be developed. Energy grid, the advanced energy grid, with sensors and best of the tools and techniques so as to stop the wastage of energy, and then incorporating the use of, or incorporating in the process in the grid the source of renewable, the energy, you can say. So it's like your, solar energy, or for that matter, solar energy or windmills that you are making use of that. So many things come within the bounds of a smart city. Economy, a smart economy. A smart economy, digital platforms, e-commerce platforms. E-commerce platforms are there, then digital payment is being encouraged. ठीक है, so buying and selling to OLX पे ही गाय भैंस बकरी भी बेच दे रहे हैं OLX पे. भारत में आपने सुना होगा, तो चीजें चलती हैं. अब दो जगह के लोग हैं, यहाँ राजस्थान में कोई बैठा है, उधर हरियाणा में, दोनों बैठे हैं, आराम से वीडियो कॉल कर लिए, बातचीत कर लिए. OLX पे एडवर्टीजमेंट आया था, वो देख लिए, और पता चला कि वो गाय भैंस खरीदना बेचना भी सब उस पर कर ले रहे हैं. तो इट्स अबाउट स्मार्ट इकोनॉमी. स्मार्ट इकोनॉमी, डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म being made use of for buying and selling of things. ठीक है, फिर रिन्यूएबल जो सोर्सेज एनर्जी के जो है आपके, ठीक है, वो सब यूज करोगे आप. ये सब चीजें, एनर्जी का मैनेजमेंट काफी बेटर होगा, ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. ठीक है, ये उसके बाद स्मार्ट लिविंग, एजुकेशन, पब्लिक हेल्थ साइट्स हैं, टेली मेडिसिन. ठीक है, उसके बाद मॉनिटरिंग ऑफ पेशेंट्स इन द रिमोट एरियाज. ठीक है, हॉस्पिटल्स वगैरह है, बहुत लोग दूर से आ नहीं सकते हैं, कई तरह के उनको कंसल्टेशन वगैरह, ऑल सच थिंग्स कैन बी मेड अवेलेबल ऑन द वेरियस पोर्टल्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. So, and then again, it is about making use of information technology to verify the identity of the person. ठीक है, अधिकतर लोगों को आपने कनेक्ट कर रखा सिस्टम, तो जो भी सर्विसेज वो अवेल करेंगे, उसके लिए उनको कुछ डिटेल शेयर करने पड़ेंगे. तो आप वेरीफाई कर सकते हो कि पर्सन सब रोहिंग्याज आ गए, बांग्लादेशी सब बाहर से आ गए. अब डिजिटल आइडेंटिटी वाला मामला अगर होता तो कहीं भी जाएंगे वो पकड़े जाएंगे. इसी दिशा में गवर्नमेंट अब काम कर रही है. आपके इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स जो हैं उनसे हम कैसे डील करेंगे, घुसपैठिए जो हैं तो कैसे डील करेंगे, जिससे कि जब कभी कहीं जाएं तो सब चीज़ें अगर डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स को जैसे हो सकते हैं, टूल्स, टेक्निक, डिवाइसेस, जिससे कि हम लोग ट्रेस कर सकते हैं, आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं देखिए वो भारत के सिटीजन है या नहीं है, तो क्या स्टेटस है. तो स्मार्ट सिटी जो है, इसको एक लेवल पर अगर समझो तो स्मार्ट सिटी के अंदर ये सारी चीज़ें आ जाती है. स्मार्ट इकोनॉमी, स्मार्ट एनवायरमेंट. ठीक है, यू मेक यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी and modern gadgets and technology tools, etc., so as to make an assessment of environmental condition. ठीक है, एयर पोल्यूशन का लेवल क्या है, वाटर पोल्यूशन वगैरह कैसे है, आप फीडबैक कलेक्ट कर सकते हो, आप डेटा एनालिसिस कर सकते हो. ठीक है, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू डिसाइड द बेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स टू द गिवन सिचुएशन. ठीक है, सो इकोनॉमी और एनवायरमेंट. ठीक है, एंड देन इन जनरल द लिविंग ऑफ द स्मार्ट लिविंग ऑफ द पीपल, ऑल सच कम्स विद द बाउंड्स ऑफ स्मार्ट सिटी. In the smart city, governance is largely fact-based governance. Government's decisions, deliverance of goods and services are guided more by facts, and that's why things can be easily measured, can be calculated, or accountability can be easily enforced, directives can be applied. Value-centric questions are addressed, elsewhere. But as far as deliverance of service is concerned, you have list of friction, and highest level of efficiency, highest level of effectiveness. Collection of feedback, application of correctives, a self-sustaining system. This is about a smart city. But again, I say that smart city is not only about IT-based city. It is one of the constituents of a smart city. Point clear. It also includes all such measures which are taken by the government in the smart city so as to make the things eco-friendly. You have eco-friendly buildings, eco-friendly cars, eco-friendly vehicles. Right? Eco-friendly buildings means the design of the building is such that it's eco-friendly. Then you have sensors, you have means and mechanism to avoid or to reduce the wastage of energy. Also saying and how to make use of energy which is easily available. Like how to make use of solar energy to deal with different things in our day-to-day life, to make the things eco-friendly. This is smart city. So a smart city, if you ask me, a smart city